philosophy or the captivity doctrine or the slave doctrine, using the Bible as it was. And this is what many of our people have failed to realize.
A Bible selectively edited to instill obedience.
So what they'll do, now that we all have access to the Bible in its entirety, now that we all have the ability, for the most part, the ability to read, what they tell you now in your modern slave churches is what? Stay out of the Old Testament. Don't read the Old Testament. They put a fear in your heart concerning the Old Testament when in reality, the Old Testament gives us insight and context to the New Testament and vice versa. The New Testament, through reading Christ and his fulfillment of the Old Testament, it gives us context of the Old Testament, prophetic context, spiritual context. Okay? Both the Old and the New Testament work in tandem to give us what? Understanding. The Bible says what? By the law and the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. When Christ taught his apostles, he did what? He taught them all things out of the law, the Psalms, and the prophets concerning himself. What is that? When you're talking about the law, you're talking about the Old Testament. When you're talking about the Psalms, you're talking about the Old Testament. When you're talking about the prophets, you are talking about the Old Testament. So Christ taught himself to his apostles out of the Old Testament.